Hi friends, welcome to Sri Sai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, we are going to discuss the following topic: finally block in exceptions of Java program. So first of all, we'll start what is exception. We'll have a small revision on that. So exception means runtime error. Then what is runtime error? Runtime error is an error which occurs during execution time of a program. So when we execute the program, in that situation, if we get any error, so such errors are called as runtime errors. So why runtime error occurs? What is the reason for that? So basically we get runtime errors when we give incorrect input or wrong input while executing the program. In that situation, we'll get runtime error. What happens when we get runtime error? So when we get exception or runtime error, our program execution stops at that particular line itself, and remaining lines of the program will not be executed. And technically this is called as abnormal termination of the program or breakdown of the program. So how to avoid this abnormal termination of the program? So for this we have to handle the exception. So how to handle the exception? To handle the exception we have exception handling mechanism. And this exception handling mechanism, we do it with try block, throw keyword, catch block, and we'll also have finally block. So what is the advantage when we perform exception handling mechanism? The main advantage is no abnormal termination of the program. Means our program executes normally till the end of the main program. So this is what is all about exception and exception handling mechanism. Now we'll understand what is finally block in exceptions. Right. So finally block is used at the end of all the catch blocks. So it is used at the end of all the catch blocks. Example goes like this. Let us say try block where exception may occur, followed by catch block 1. Next catch block 2, so on. We can have multiple catch blocks, and then we'll have finally block. So what is the use of this finally block in exception handling mechanism? So it goes like this. So finally block gets executed whether there is exception or not. Whether there is exception or not in try block. So finally block gets executed whether there is exception or not in our program. So what is the use of finally block? So generally finally block is used to release unnecessary resources. To release unnecessary resources used in our program. So what are these unnecessary resources which need to be released in finally block? Example, files. If we open any file, it is better to close that in finally block. Or something like network connections or database connections, etc. So if we are using any resources in our program and such resources need to be closed in finally block. So this is like using the resources and closing the resources in finally block, whether there is exception or not. So finally block gets executed whether there is any exception or not, and it is a best place to release or close. So technically it is closing unnecessary resources which are used in our program. Means after using we have to release or close them. So let us try to demonstrate finally block in exceptions using a small program. Finally block example1 .java. So take a new page. So first we'll write the comments. Program to demo finally block in exceptions. So main class finally block example1, and program execution starts with main method. So let us save this program in our working directory. Save it as finally block example1.java. Right. So we'll take two cases, with exception, without exception. So first we'll take something like int a comma b comma c for generating arithmetic exception. So let us take case 1. A is equals to 10, b is equals to 2. Try block. We'll take c is equals to a by b, and then print system dot out dot println division is something like plus c, and then we'll take a cache block, accept arithmetic exception AE, and then print a message with arithmetic exception type and message. And then finally we'll take a finally block, system dot out dot println. We'll write a message here. So finally block got executed. So whether there is exception or not, finally block will be compulsory executed. And then before the end of the program, we'll print the message end of the program. Right, so let us save this program. Now here we should not get any exception, but finally block is executed. End of the program. Open the command prompt, go to your working directory, and then compile the program. Finally block example1.java. No error. Run it. So division 10 by 2, 5. So no exception. Finally block got executed. End of the program. And then by mistake we'll give b is equals to 0. So 10 by 0, we should get arithmetic exception on line 13. It should come to the catch, print arithmetic exception and message, and then finally block is also executed, and end of the program. Right, save it, recompile, and run. So arithmetic exception, division by 0, finally block got executed, end of the program. So whatever is the situation in our program in try block, whether there is exception or no exception, finally block is compulsory executed, and finally block is mainly used to release unnecessary resources which are not getting used in our program after try and catch. So that is what is all about finally block in exceptions of Java program. and this block should be used at the end of all the catch blocks. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, comment and share this video, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. Have a nice day.